What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Blazing here, and thanks for joining me on another Raid Shadow Legends video. All right, so we are on Cuban's account today, and he's got a pretty interesting team for the event dungeon. One that I didn't think would really work because it has a lot of buffs, right? But it seems like it does, and he's had no problems with it. It is for stage 30, not the fastest run, right? It does take a little bit of time, but it's consistent, right? And that's kind of what counts. So let's go ahead, let's run the team. We got Mithrala in the lead for the accuracy, right? We're bringing in Lydia. We're bringing in Yakarl for that freeze. Now, I don't think that the Yakarl is booked, which tells us why it's not 100% that it missed on Kaja. But it's actually not a bad team right now. I gotta say, like, pretty consistent, right? We nuke down the waves with Seer. Lydia, I thought was gonna be a bad idea because of all the buffs she brings, but it works, man. It works. I mean, can't say much about it. Is there anything we could do to kind of boost the time on how long it's going to take us to farm with this? I don't think so. I think the team actually works pretty well together, which is actually kind of nice. Maybe on getting some refresh accessories on Gnut might help, right? We don't have a reviver here, so we can't be, trying to use the Seer's A3 combo burn as much as possible, and we're not working with the reset, but so far, again, we're at a minute 20, not bad at all, right? And the more that these champions die, the better it is. Honestly, as long as Mithrala makes it to the end, that's the only thing we care about, right? So we got 1 minute 29 seconds. It's his fastest time. It is actually a pretty nice team, with the exception of Seer. I would say that this is a pretty nice free-to-play friendly team. The Seer is needed to take down the waves, right? Let's take a look at some of these champions. Let's take a look at the builds. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to go through and take a look at Lydia. Now, Lydia, I believe, is built for his Hydra team. So he's got her in a Cursed, Mortal, and 2-piece Pinpoint. Stats-wise, we're looking at 295 speed, 100% crit rate, 131 crit damage. Basically, he's got her tanky, right? Enough to be able to take the hits in Hydra. Accuracy, right? We're at 440. And then everything else, if he could boost a little bit of damage, he'll do it. If not, it's fine. I don't think, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that he meant to do the 100% crit rate unless he's trying to mid-max the team, which could very well be it. Relic situation, he doesn't have anything. As for the booking situation, if you have Lydia, you're going to book her. Except for her passive, right here, you try not to book that, right? As for masteries, we went down the support and the defense tree. We went Eagle Eye, we went Sniper, Lore of Steel, along with Evil Eye. We took Arcane Celerity along with Swarm Smiter. We took Charge Focus and Pinpoint Accuracy. On the defense tree, we took Retribution. We took Selfless Defender along with Delay of Death. We came in with Shadow Heal along with Rejuvenation. We came in with Improved Parry, and we also took Defiant. Moving on to, let's go to Lydia next. Lydia is actually one of my favorite builds, which is a regen build for her. If you're trying to solo content or use her in almost anything else, like I think regen is the best for her. Except if you're going to use it for arena. That's a whole different story. But if you're using it for any PvE content, it's definitely a great idea to have her in a regen set. I use mine in a regen set, and I mean, she and Thor can 2-man stage 10 hard mode of dragon in like 2 minutes. But we've got her built with a regen, perception, and 2-piece pinpoint. Pinpoint is coming in key right now, guys, for the accessories. We've got her built with 67k HP, 4.2k defense, 290 speed, 449 accuracy. We don't have a lot of resistance, but the resistance will play on the accuracy. The boss has some crazy accuracy. It's at like 590. So trying to build enough resistance is going to be hard, but Lydia is probably one of the only champions that can do it. We don't have any relics whatsoever. We do have a fully booked. The Brimstone is the blessing that we did take. I agree with that 100%. As for the masteries, we came down the support and the defense tree. We took Eagle Eye, we took Master Hexer, we took Spirit Haste. I do want to say that if you have enough accuracy, it might be worth to look into taking Oppressor, right? Just the thought helps with taking solo strategies to a better situation, right? Lore of Steel along with Evil Eye. We did take Swarm Smiter along with Rapid Response. Did take Charge Focus along with Shield Barrier. We did take Pinpoint Accuracy along with Cycle of Revenge on the defense tree. We took Solidarity. We took Resurgent, Rejuvenation, and Defiant, right? Let's take a look at the Gnut here real quick. Gnut is just in a whatever build, right? We just cared about hitting stats. Now, again, this dungeon is very, very stat hungry, right? So with Gnut, we've got him at 5.1k defense, not that crazy. 265 speed, which is about average of where most people have their Gnuts. 100% crit rate, 263 crit damage, and 428 accuracy, right? So again, not a crazy insane build. If you look at it, he's got 3 pieces protection, 1 stone scan, 1 feral, and 2 pieces of pinpoint. Talking about relics, we have none. Skills, we do have him fully booked. Soul Reap is what we do have for him. Because of the A3, the way it works, it is one of the best ones to have. And as for masteries, we came down and we took Giant Slayer. We did take Kill Streak along with Methodical. We took Bring It Down along with Single Out. We took Life Drinker, Keen Strike, and Heart of Glory along with Deadly Precision. Now on the support tree, we took Master Hexer along with Lore of Steel. We took Cycle of Magic. We took Swarm Smiter along with Charge Focus, and we took Pinpoint Accuracy. Next up, we're going to go with our Seer. Now, Seer, I'm guessing, is built for his wave clears. She is pretty slow, right, for this dungeon. We've got her built with a Savage, Cruel, and double Pinpoint. Again, Pinpoint is coming in for that 10 extra speed and accuracy is huge, right? So stats-wise, what do we got her? 62k HP, 3.9k attack, 2.7 defense, 230 speed, 101 crit rate, right? We always got to get it at 100, 334 crit damage, 461 accuracy. Want to make sure that we're going to strip any buffs that the opponent might put on. It does help, right? The more buffs we have, the more damage she's going to do on those ads. It's not going to help out on the boss, but it definitely will help out on the ads. As for relics, we have none. Booking situation, we do have a fully booked. Crushing Rend, 5-star, makes perfect sense, right? And as for the masteries, we took Flawless Execution, trying to build up as much of that crit damage as possible. You could take Helm Smasher, but it's more consistent if you do take Flawless Execution. We took Blood Shield along with Kill Streak. We took Cycle of Violence, right? We took Whirlwind of Death along with Ruthless Ambush, Keen Strike, Heart of Glory, and Deadly Precision. Now on the support tree, we took Master Hexer along with Lore of Steel, Evil Eye. We took Swarm Smiter along with Charge Focus and Pinpoint Accuracy. Now the star, and the reason I call him the star, it is because he makes kind of the team happen because of the freeze at the start, allows us to put up our buffs, allows us to kind of get things working together, is Yakarl. Now Yakarl is just kind of, again, built in a whatever set, right? We cared about one thing, possibly two, and it is just his accuracy and speed, right? Speed is the number one thing. We have him at 300 speed. We need to go ahead of Aja, right? And then that's really it. We don't care about damage, right? He doesn't have him built with any damage or anything. We care about speed, and we put the accuracy on here. Now, the accuracy may or may not be needed. I'll have to take a look at the run again before I let you guys go. And we'll take and see if he's actually using the A2 again afterwards, right? As for relics, we don't really need them, don't have them, right? Booking situation, he's not fully booked, which is why his A3 missed the one target. Although, no, it should be. As a 75% chance. Yeah, no, it should be 100. It should have been. Right? It's 75%, so maybe I'm just thinking something wrong here. I don't know. But no books needed, right? Works out well without books. And then as for masteries, again, flawless execution is not the best one for him. I'm not sure what the thought behind that was, but I'd probably go Helm Smasher. But because we don't have him built with any sort of damage, we don't have him built with 100% crit rate, honestly, the masteries aren't really needed. I would probably come down and take either Helm Smasher or War Master, and then follow the rest of these. I think that should be okay. Blood Shield will work out fine. Cycle of Violence is okay. Whirlwind of Death, Life Drinker, Keen Strike, along with Shield Breaker, and then Blade Discipline. I mean, you probably want to take Deadly Precision over it, but it's fine. Cycle of Magic, along with Lore of Steel, Arcane Celerity, Charge Focus, and Pinpoint Accuracy. This Yakarl build, again, we care more about putting the freezes on than anything else, so the masteries are probably not even needed. You could definitely skip out on them. All right, so just looking at this, he actually only uses the A3 one time, so you could definitely not have to build him with any accuracy. If you need to, just worry about the speed. Build him as squishy as possible, survive that first initial hit, maybe put a shield set on Yakarl, and that would make things much faster, much easier for you, right? The more buffs, the better. I think that'll be great. Let me just show you guys the AI setup that he's got over here, right? Where's the team? Here we go. Okay, so Mithrala is going to open up with her A3. We're absolutely not using her A2 whatsoever. And then everything that's going to happen going forward is just A1, A3, A1, A3 to just stack up the poisons. Lydia, she's going to open up with the A2. We want that decreased defense and weaken out. Yes, she's going to get the buff strips from the boss, but it is what it is. Yakarl, we open up with the A3. Again, no books needed. Works out very well. That's all we care for. Gnut, do not use the A2, right? Just use the A3. That's it. We just want enemy max HP. If you put him in a reflex set, it's probably going to be a lot faster, right? We get back to it much, much quicker. And as for Seer, we use the A3 and that's it. You could put the A2 in if you want to slow down the animations and not have to worry about, you know, going back and forth, because the A1 does take a longer animation, but that works out pretty well to just close this off if you really want to. Doesn't really matter. Use this if you really want to, not closing it off because the animation's a lot longer. Yeah, I really like this team. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's free to play friendly, right? Seer was also a champion that was given to us. I think it was like 40 void shards. I want to say within the last year, maybe I'm wrong, right? But the rest of this team is actually pretty accessible. If you've been playing for about a year, a little bit over a year, you got yourself a Gnut, Yakarl from the clan shop, Mithrala coming from Hydra, Lydia coming from Faction Wars. So yeah, I will say it's free to play friendly. You guys can let me know in the comments down below if it is or isn't. And while you're down there, give our boy Cuban a big shout out, telling him thank you so much for letting us showcase this team. And if you guys have some time, swing by on Sundays, 2 p.m. EST for the Knights of Teleria podcast, where we talk everything Raid Shadow Legends, talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. And as always, guys, much love, appreciation, be safe, be well, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys next time.